Welcome back to the show. I'm Frank DeLella. Theater artist Timothy Haskell has made a name for himself creating immersive horror theater experiences. This month, he's presenting a new piece called I Can't See, where brave audience members go through the experience blindfolded. I sat down with Haskell at Bo Peep Cocktail Lounge and Highball Store to learn more about this terrifying work.
Welcome to Optic's Call. I love you. We look forward to your horror adventure.
My favorite kind of theater is immersive theater. I definitely seek out things that I can become a part of.
Director Timothy Haskell is known for his unique brand of theatrical experiences that have been terrifying New Yorkers for decades.
It is very important to listen to everything your friends have to say to you. They are your friends. Listen to them.
I've been doing scary things for 17 years now, and I really wanted these experiences to be more haunting than just the ephemeral feels that happen when you get startled. And the only true way you can do that is through empathy and personal stakes. But they are, to me, far more effective in terrifying people.
Haskell became well known more than a decade ago when he made the bold move to put traditional theater on hold and instead created a haunted house called Nightmare New York. When I think of Timothy Haskell, I think of Halloween in New York City, and your Nightmare haunted houses really put you on the map here in the city.
You know, I've discovered that, like, being an off-Broadway theater director, even in your most successful year, was still a tough living. And there were no haunted houses in the city at the time. So there was a line around the block, and I was like, whoa. A lot of times when I would do like these downtown performing arts things, if there was like 5 people I didn't know in the audience, that would be like a huge accomplishment. So I got like 1,000 people outside right now. So I was like, I'm going to continue with this. I think I'm onto something.
Tim, most recently you produced This Is Real.
Yes.
What was it?
It was basically a simulated abduction. We would blindfold you, bind you, put you in cages. And it's not like an escape room, but it wasn't like with clues and riddles. It was about like, what if this really happened to you?
You're one of the founders of the whole escape room idea. That was kind of your thing.
A good friend of mine was in Beijing. And he sent me an article from an expat newspaper. And he said, you need to do this now, because this is exactly the kind of stuff you do. And it was. I read all about it. I was like, this is really interesting. I got together with some other people. We created Escape the Room. Now, many years later, there are something like, I think, 10,000 different competitors in America.
It started a trend.
Yeah, it's out of control now, yeah.
Please hold out your right hand, palm facing up. We will be giving you a pill to assist with the download.
Tim's most recent production is called I Can't See.
I Can't See is unnerving.
Audiences experience the entire show blindfolded.
We are now going to be putting on 2 pairs of blindfolds. The first one you can put on, but the second we'll put on.
I Can't See, I knew I wanted to do what I call audio reality, which is a world that can be completely evoked from sound design. And the part about not being able to see comes from my observation that in all the other scary things that I've done, the anticipation of fear was always the most terrifying part for people. So I thought, well, why don't I create a moment that feels like that moment before? Since that's the most terrifying part, I'm going to let your imagination fill in the holes.
Listen to them. Listen to your friends.
Your shows don't just center around Halloween. You've also done some other holidays.
I feel like holidays are very interactive moments, and that lots of people are looking for things that are different to do. I try to just come up with the craziest thing I can think of. We did a show called Fantastical, which was basically like Bizarro Macy's Winter Wonderland. And there's so much about celebrating Easter for children that is so much different than how adult celebrates Easter that I thought, well, I'm a child at heart. How would I really enjoy spending that holiday? And so I created a full bunny contact.
It's Easter in New York. Time for an extreme egg hunt. Full bunny contact.
So basically it was a cage match between you and 3 grown men in bunny costumes. There were a bunch of eggs spread out on a football turf. The shot clock would go off, and you had to collect as many eggs into your basket. As you were collecting these eggs, these 3 large men in bunny outfits were swatting the eggs out of your basket and ripping them out.
Although it's been 16 years since Tim burst onto the scene with his first theatrical horror experience, he still finds his success in this particular arena surprising.
You know, it's still a bit anathema to me that I am the scary guy. It's kind of crazy that that's how I am referred to. And I mean, I embrace it, but I still look at what I do as theatrical, and I still look at myself as the director of them.
Tim, congratulations.
Thank you. Frank?
I love you.
And you can catch I Can't See through November 3rd. For more information, head to nightmarenyc.com. All right, that's a wrap for this week's show. Coming up next week, some of Broadway's best pay tribute to legendary director-producer Hal Prince in a very special way. Until then, I'll see you at the theater.